Hey guys, this is your mobility video for week 3 of your postpartum recovery. What you'll need today is just a chair. Most of the work will be done in standing, but we will use the chair for a couple of releases at the end. So it's going to be nice and short as usual, so you can fit it in with your schedule and looking after your little one. And we'll start in standing just with a few side stretches. So open the legs wide or a little bit wider than hip distance apart. You're going to inhale, arms overhead, grab one wrist and just pull it up and over one way. So you should feel a bit of a side stretch here. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Other side, inhale. Stretch and really pull that arm out of the shoulder. Exhale. And again, inhale, reach. A little bit of tension in the abdominals to give you some stability in standing. 4 more. 3, 2, relax the shoulders, try not to hunch them up by the ears, and 1. Arms come down. You're then going to bend the knees slightly, and we've got a sideways hip movement or a hip hitch. So your pelvis is going to move from side to side here, and it's almost as if you're trying to lift one side of the pelvis at a time, shortening one side of your torso and lengthening the other. So try to have the glutes relaxed here, not a lot of tension around the hip. Just working on our pelvic mobility and standing for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're then going to move into some pelvic circles. So keep the knees slightly bent. You may feel your quads working a little bit here too. And we're just circling the pelvis round. So side, forward as you tuck under, side, and then a slight arch to the lower back as you come behind you. Just nice and smooth, keep the breath going. 2 more this way. And then we switch directions, circling the other way. So as well as working on that pelvic mobility, we're also working on a little bit of activation and coordination of some of those abdominal and core muscles. Really small, controlled movements for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up tall, you're going to open the legs a little bit wider, and you can have your hands on a chair or a table for support here. We've got some really slow side lunges from side to side. So you should feel a bit of an inner thigh stretch here as you sit the hips back. And then other side. Just going as low as you feel comfortable. Nice, slow switching side to side. So the inner thighs are muscles that get really stiff during pregnancy as they try to compensate for pelvic instability. So there may be a bit of leftover stiffness from that, and also just stiffness or tension after delivery. When there's pain, our muscles tend to tense up. So we want to release those nice and gently. 1 more each way. And last one. Okay. We've now got a neural glide. So you'll want to sit on your chair, and this is just to get the nerves in the body moving around, because those also tend to get a little bit stiff or don't slide as well when the body is tense. So what you want to do is lift one leg in front of you, bring the toes up if you can. I'm quite nearly tight, so you can see that I can't bring my toes up that far at all. And I take my head slightly back as I do that. As you bend, chin to chest. And again, lift and then bend. This is a good release for sciatica and any low back pain where there's a nerve contribution. And one more. And you can add a little bit of a contraction here as you round the spine too, for a bit of spinal mobility. And we do the other side. Up and down. Up. Try to lift the chest a little bit with this. And round. Keep it going. And as you do more reps, you should find that you're able to straighten that knee a bit more or flex that foot a bit more as the neural tension decreases. So now I can actually get my knee straight. Last one. Okay, our final move for today is our figure 4 stretch. So bring one leg over and across, sit up nice and tall, and then hinge forward from the hips until you feel a glute stretch here. If you've had any tears or stitches, you don't want to put a lot of tension on the region. So you don't want to force yourself down, and you may want to save this stretch for a bit later in your recovery when you're less tender. But if you can, a glute release always feels really nice. Okay, other side, crossing over, sitting up nice and tall, and hinge forward. Keeping the chest open and the back straight. Always breathing. Okay, those are our releases done for today. Check out our video on the core, starting to activate the core muscles and strengthen them as we go further into our recovery. I would love to have you join the community, so hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you on another video soon.